I loved our time in the city of Boston. I thought it was a fantastic
Even the driving?
city. I didn't get to that part yet. That was my big punchline.
Stepping on a punchline, what I do best.
So what part of your list is that you're
Things I hate. Right. We're going back to that. Driving in Boston. Worst city to drive in my opinion. Hands down. Give me DC all day. I will not drive in Boston ever again. Ever again.
I didn't think it looked that bad.
You were reading a newspaper in the back seat.
No, front seat, because he never let me sit in the front seat.
You're darn right. Know your place, Phil.
At least he's not hung up on that this many months later.
Next on Ugly Thirds.
Welcome back to another episode of Ugly Thirds.
My dad says I've turned Phil into a sympathetic character, and I don't know what he's talking about.
Have you watched our stuff?
Yeah, where do you think the mugs came from?
I understand
Where do you
that
think our
part,
views
but...
come from?
Yeah, right?
So anyways, this episode is about Boston Bruins.
God, that's awful. That drop shadow.
I was like, let me try this again. Today's episode is about the
Drop shadow. Your
Boston
intro's
Bruins
good.
seating stripes. John and Shrems, take it away.
Well, now he's on, like, ASMR tape. That's different from his phone recording voice.
All right, go ahead.
Is he sick?
I don't think he knows what ASMR is.
Yeah,
Okay. This card is going to go inside this piece of siding, depending on how good.
Right there. Just right there.
Maybe not in this particular spot, but it is a possibility.
We are ranking all the NHL teams so we can figure out who is the best looking team in the league right now. We're going to do a bracket, but in order to get to that bracket, we have to seed them first, and that's what this is. So we're seeding East and West. I dare say this system will work well enough that we could figure out past teams' look, and maybe even the jersey you're wearing, and be like, oh, where would this fit on this continuum? And just do rank all the jerseys ever.
Most of the viewers have thrown up with how much that camera's gone in and out of focus. They're like, they can't. It's like
autofocus. It's because it's so much white. It keeps adjusting.
I like the Boston Bruins look.
Same. All right, good. Phil, do you want to tell us about this look and when it was introduced?
Well, different time periods for the different versions. So the black one was started. It's based on like the 67 to 74 version. The whites, though, didn't really start till the switch to Reebok, right? 2007.
Yep.
So 2007, and that's been kind of that look since. And then this year, because last year they had their Centennial set, this year they technically don't have a third, but they did have the one Centennial game, which I got after the Centennial game.
Right. So we put in this. It is not properly a third, but I would think they wear this again. So we're gonna count it as part of it.
It's a part of their look right now.
Right now. Now these are the Reebok ones. So we have a slide with the proper Adidas / Fanatics. I don't even know if it's picture. I don't know if Fanatics actually did updated pictures. So
they changed the inside part.
Yeah, there's not a lot of difference. Very minor. It's a good translation. I love you can probably take that down. When Reebok Edge came out, everyone was talking about future. Drop the hemlines because Reebok initially wanted to have the jerseys tucked in. There was even rumors of 10 templates, and every team would have to fit on those templates. And so when they finally scrapped that, but most teams, like Toronto, just dropped its 2 bottom stripes. They had just the very plain 2 stripes. Lots and lots of teams went in that direction. Boston was wearing these. How many of you remember these 90s things from 95 to 2007? And instead of going future and refining and dropping, Boston went for a straight-up throwback with some changes because they never wore black shoulders until black shoulder yokes. There was a black shoulder stripe in it along with these. So they updated this, and I think it's a huge upgrade because the 60s, 70s was gold shoulders. I think it looks much better. The logos have changed slightly. They added serifs to the B. The B is a little thicker. Just a solid change. Very subtle.
Yeah, minor tweaks.
Yeah. And then they added the shoulder patches, which I know you're not a big fan of, but I love them.
The clamshells?
Yes, yeah. Because they... Phil? Sympathetic character. They evoke the original 1924 logo.
Yeah.
And if you want to show the fan out that one of the greatest subtle details. Can you get both in frame, Phil? Other way. It says Boston big on the road. It says Bruins big at home.
Very good.
What a fantastic attention to detail moment.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So, I think the fact that they flew in the face of Reebok, they bucked the trend, they made perhaps the best looking set that they have, and the fact that it's still around, unchanged since Reebok, I love these. I genuinely do.
Yeah. Now let's just add in the idea that we have an original 6 team here.
There is bias there.
There is. We have to punt the idea that, just because they're original 6, they don't automatically get a pass all the way to the front. You made good arguments for the Rangers. I'm going to let you have that one. But where does this stand with you?
I put it first.
I sat here and listened to so much garbage about the Rangers, and then I broke.
I told you it might not stay that way.
Oh, you were dropping a hint.
Yes. I could see there's other teams out there that could top it still. It's fluid.
I would have put the Rangers here, and then I won't argue Boston. I think Boston's a good look.
Well, we reserved those jerseys for exactly this moment. They're right on the couch next to you, Shrems. If you want to get into that discussion.
I don't think so. No.
You're done.
I would take. No, I'm gonna have Buffalo upset and
okay.
On top. So
you're saving your fight for later.
The story that's gonna play out.
When you talk about a generic hockey jersey, I think you get either the logo's gone, but you get Rangers and Bruins. If you were to set up just the most generic look of a bubble hockey or a Hallmark movie where the hockey is not the focus, you get one of those two looks.
Sure.
Red, white, and blue is so common, but the fact they make it really look good works. I think the shoulders here are great detail. I love the level of detail in the logos, both in the shoulder, that it's evoking a past thing, that you have the home road switch. I think this is one of the best logos out there. And it doesn't even reference the team name. It's about Boston being the center, the hub of the universe, the hub city. But no one questions. No one needs that detail. They just know it looks good.
Yeah.
It's transcended everything about design. And then you have this to throw in as just sprinkling on top. Yeah. And especially with the Rangers having that third jersey, this has got to offer.
Yeah, no, you make a good point.
Okay. Third, in the same way that this boat anchor with Toronto, that Rangers third jersey, there's no way that's topping this.
At this point in time, for sure. Yeah. I'll give you that.
All right. So, with that, let us know how we did in the comments. Let us know your thoughts, especially the Rangers and Bruins, because there are some fantastic NHL commercials of the New York families visiting Boston for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
it's spectacular. Would recommend. Let us know in that let's let that rivalry break out in the comments. He's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Didn't even ask for it. They kindly just put the advertisement on here for me.
Well, because you want the authentic,
authorized
product.
You don't even have to ask for it. They could just give it to you.